Hey, look, we're back. And where we last left off, this game continued to get more and more topical by the goddamn day. It's kind of nuts. Like, unironically, it's a bit crazy how topical this day has been getting, or this game has been getting. So, let's talk about some things going on in the video game industry. So recently, Steam has finally released its own personal operating system. That it's basically, it's just an operating system more designed for the gamers out there, more so than anything. And I think that's really fucking neat. Competition breeds better quality for people, and an OS just for people who just want a game is a good concept, I think. So yeah, here's hoping it does well. Either way, let's keep going with this.
Yeesh.
The other candidate speeches seem practically identical. I do not trust these type of people with the country myself. Is there no one who could truly rival Louise and Forden? Brohaven is positively ripe for tourists. I myself have a long way to the delicacies here, and indeed, so delicious. I wish to eat every fish in the restaurant. Fish so fresh it still wriggles in the mouth. That's a port city speciality. What's that look about? Don't you find it appetizing? I don't want them wriggling personally.
My apologies.
Favorite to ask you, would you mind lending me your unused blankets? Sure. For defense, you understand, just in case. Otherwise, well, I'm sleeping. I'll be unprotected against. You're a bet. Who's a terrified of bugs? Against bugs. I want no contact with them whatsoever, awake or asleep. So I thought I might bundle myself in blankets at night. Yes, I know this place is warm as it is. Yes, I prepare for inevitable night sweats. Nevertheless, I'll be grateful to have any spare blankets. You know what? I'm not against it. But you are literally a bat-like creature who's afraid of bugs. You lived in a goddamn hut against sandworms!
Look at that. All right then.
Okay, I can't go anywhere though.
Look at that.
Good night.
Well, here's hoping that Joanna pops up though.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
I had 9 days to go back and fulfill that request. You got drunk again?
The man sloshed again.
What happened to waiting for our guests? You utter buffoon! Is this why you volunteered to stay behind?
Seems like Joanna and Barden aren't here yet.
Oh, I feared this might happen. And we've no other head to offer the judges. 'Tis a precarious position.
They'll come.
No.
Ah! I'm going
No. Now come.
to splash some water on my face. Ah!
What the hell?
What? My sincerest apologies. I wasn't expecting anyone to come in. You see...
How did you come to be here? Explain yourself!
Is something the matter, Barden?
They were here the whole time?
I'm so terribly sorry. We heard the Gauntlet Runner had a washroom, so we thought we'd freshen up a bit. I bathed first and was resting in the back room, contemplating my final day as a sanctuarist.
Sir Nuris over there very decently let us in to wash up.
I couldn't stand it, old thing. Her heart would bring any right-thinking man to tears. Could have run like a bally thief in the night, but here she is, washing away her sin. It was more than a chap could bear, I say. Needed a drop of the grape and grain just to get myself through it.
The bottle's barely any emptier. Was a drop really all it took to get you drunk?
Oh, please
so
do
he's a
not
lightweight.
blame the poor man. Talking to him has eased my heart for the trials to come.
So he's the
I cannot
definition
let
of a
myself
lightweight.
betray you and regress to my vile delusions. I only sought to atone with myself before my sins are duly punished.
I understand. Thank you for coming. Then, as we agreed, please confess before the crowd when the time comes. To be honest, I'm hesitant to turn you in now you've genuinely decided to repent. I mean, we're hardly icons of virtue ourselves. In fairness, You're a woman of status, and it'll be a big crowd. We're not looking to instigate a public stoning here. You can explain yourself freely, in your own words. We can't ask anything more than that.
Thank you. Truly, I've felt so much more at peace since last we spoke. The fog has only cleared further, giving me clarity of purpose.
A fog.
Thank you for everything. I do hope you win the throne.
Yes, I intend to.
Whoever the crown goes to, we're at least going to make sure it isn't used for evil.
At last, it seems our preparations are set. We need only trust that our plans will bear fruit.
Norris, you need to stop drinking. You clearly aren't built for it.
Thank you all for waiting. The very first round of the tournament for the throne, the exhibition of the brave, is about to begin. Our monarchs-to-be will now present to the people the heads they seized to demonstrate their power as worthy of the throne. At a later date, when the second round is announced, the faces on the King's Rock, that is to say, the candidates with the top 20 approval ratings, will pass the first round.
20? 'Tis a great many eliminations in but one round.
I was hoping we'd at least make it through the first, but it might not be that simple.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, your eyes to the lineup of all the gorgeous faces at the judges' table, starting with His and Her Highnesses of Oceania and Montario.
Oh, it's her ladyship. Lord Montario's here too, eh? And the armor on that fellow over there? A general, is he?
And of course, we have the one, the only, the people's favorite, our guest from the Sanctus Church, better known as the Miracle Saint, healer of all ills, presenting the lovely Lady Rella Cygnus!
Saint? Who's this? Someone fill me in. I've been literally living in a hole.
A brilliant healer. We've met, though a long time ago. Even as a student, she was already considered the kingdom's best in her field.
Looks like the crowd's on your side, milady. Can you give us a few words about what's on your mind as you take on the judge's mantle?
Well, I'm afraid you've rather got me on the spot. Hello, all. This city sure has, great seafood. And, well, sea creatures. Fascinating, aren't they? There's so much we still don't know about them.
She is clearly someone who will be very happy just being in the back, reading a book, making sure people are okay. This is a person who is very content just staying as a background character, and there's nothing wrong with that. Look, I just want to heal. I just want to read. I don't want to be the front face, please.
Oh, I did hear about a legend of some monster in the eastern seas of Oceania. Imagine, the mind races. I'm hoping I can investigate those sightings while I'm here.
That's just great, Lady Rella. I'll just stop you there, clock's ticking and all that. But we're thrilled you're enjoying your stay.
Sometimes I can hardly believe you're my sister.
Aw.
Still not much of a public speaker, are you?
So she's a saint?
Well, she seems like a nice enough lady.
We'd better stop worrying about her and focus on ourselves. I don't see Luis anywhere, but I bet he's got eyes in the crowd.
We're getting Juna. I'm not sure how we're getting Juna, but we're clearly getting Juna. Wait, sister. But she's they're different races, different tribes.
Come. Let the exhibition of the brave begin! First up is a respected gentleman of the church. Guido, the head of the monk soldiers of the Crown Theocracy.
I've no taste for needless killing. Therefore, I chose a mark with meat, abundant and edible. After the judging, it will be served in a banquet for the poor.
Oh! A stand-up fellow, my good people! Strength and compassion in one package! He's got the crowd on his side right from the start!
Oh, I can get behind that.
Now, is there anyone who can top this?
I can.
And we have a challenger! Second in line is the church's direct opposition, the spearhead of Count Luis's supporters, Gladel the Black Hound!
One look at the head and I know what you're thinking. Bit small, isn't it? Well, I can bloody well tell you I'm not like this smarmy git who fished up his dinner. I'll tell you what this is. Behold, the head of a hideous human!
Where's your proof?
Yes, the young sod's right. How do we know that's really a human?
What drivel? Look at the thing! You think a normal beast could have a face like this?
Probably just made the damn thing yourself.
Oh, useless as ever. Did it never occur to him that the average citizen has never seen a human?
Now, everyone, let's have a little composure, please. Candidate Gladel, we're very much obliged. You may step down.
He did get kind of fucked over, not gonna lie.
Now, on to the next.
Oh, Jesus! Who's is that?
The size of that thing. Is that the monster of the Eastern Sea?
Someone took the beastie down. Who did the deed?
I'd heard tell of a monster tormenting the people of this beautiful port city. I could do no less than grant them respite from their suffering. Such is the duty of those with power.
Who expected anything less? His Eminence Borden is simply in another class. Suddenly, the critics have all gone quiet. All I hear is gratitude.
Borden's trophy is more impressive than I expected. How are we going to make a stronger impression than that?
It'll be fine.
If he'd gone after us, the reaction would mean we'd have been written off no matter what we presented. Let's count ourselves lucky and trust in our strategy.
Now, no dirty looks, you lot. Next is the Pagan Assassin's Prize. Let's see what head we've got now.
I want to see what everyone else's prize is. I want to see what that other UG's prize is.
Thank you, Candidate Julian, for that helpful, exhaustive, and I think exhausting explanation. Ooh. Now, we've had quite a succession up here, but our last is coming up now. This should wrap up our show. Now, if the last candidate, the Elden Boy, would please join us on the stage.
Where's that?
Your pardon, madam, but would you happen to be the Lady of Martyra? Joanna, the Sanctoress?
Indeed. The head they've brought is mine.
The impudence. You dare offer an honored lady of the church before these judges? This is not to be borne.
I've got something to say to you too. That you chief there. Isn't that Heismay? The same damn criminal you were supposed to be chasing?
That's the infamous Heismay. You chief of all things.
This. After we saved your hide on the road.
Silence! He may be a former knight, but now he's a heinous criminal who stooped to kidnapping. Anyone who claims themselves his ally should be disqualified on the spot.
The person who the person you are supporting literally dropped a fucking nuke! Or effectively dropped a nuke into a town! What the fuck are you talking about?
Please, wait. I have something I must confess to you all.
I'm totally fine with killing a bunch of innocent people, but I draw the line at kidnapping. I will excuse murder, but I draw the line at kidnapping. You can excuse murder.
You speak of the kidnappings that terrorized my home, Martira. I am here to confess that the true culprit behind those atrocities was me. I was the caretaker of a hideous human in the basement of my castle. And to feed it, I abducted the innocent people of my own city.
What? Absurd! Speak sense, woman!
Master Heismay is innocent in all this. He was framed for crimes performed by my hand and in my name.
And I, Barden, Captain of Martira's Guard Corps, stand to vouch for all that she said.
Just so. It was this young candidate who killed that human, cleared me of the false charges, and dispelled the shadow over Martira.
Thus, here I stand. My head is his to offer.
Well, that's quite a turn of events. We have our head, ladies and gentlemen, and it's unlike any we've seen yet.
How is this believable? She's an imposter. She's got to be.
Of course. That, or they're putting words in the poor woman's mouth. A sanctoress would never.
What will His Eminence Falden do?
The Honorable Master Godot should know whether I and my words can be trusted.
'Tis true to the last word, isn't it?
Yes, Your Eminence. Without question.
Young candidate, you have done well to bring about her repentance. Now, justice must be rendered.
What? Right here and now? Your Eminence, a moment!
Thank you for your concern. But I have no objections. For a sinner like me, to confess the truth to the people has already been more than I deserve. O new king, it is my hope that you will rid the world of its twisted prejudices and common cruelties.
On one regard, she did repent, but like, she's killed so many people. She needs to die or go to jail, unfortunately. Like, is it fucked up what happened to her? 110%. No one is gonna sit here and act like what happened to her was fair or just. However, that does not justify the action she did afterwards. It's the Yasuyu thing all over again. Would I ever wish for what happened to her to happen to anyone? Hell fucking no. Does it justify or okay the actions that happens afterwards? Hell fucking no.
Please, lead this country armed with the truth.
I will.
I promise. I promise. Damn.
Well, folks, sometimes that's just how the curtain falls. If Sanctifex Forden turned in the biggest head, then our dark horse here has certainly turned in the heaviest. What an upset, ladies and gents! Who could see this coming?
Those crazy kids have done it again.
What a show!
God, I fucking love Batlin. I love Batlin so much. Holy shit! After the events of the expedition, many people seem to have taken notice of me. Hope this eventually leads to saving the prince. I'm at 49? I jumped up like 900 ranks. God damn.
Barden just departed, wishing everyone well. I suppose he aims to reach Martira before Joanna's confession does.
And Forden himself. I hardly expected the man to make himself so visible.
Likely his attempt at redirection. Keeps the blame from falling on him and the church. Can't say it didn't work, I suppose. I'm certainly not blameless in this either. It was my suggestion to make an impression by foregoing the pursuit of a monster's head in favor of a person's.
Stroll, you saved countless lives by that decision. If it wasn't for you doing that, Martyria would eventually become a ghost town.
I guess, but...
Nevertheless, the Lady Joanna entrusted her final wishes to us, and we mustn't betray them. It's all we can do, really.
Not bad, pup. Not bad, pups.
We were passing on the course of a human hunt. You gave a most distinctive showing.
I suppose you're worth introducing ourselves to. I'm Fidelio, that's Basilio. Luis's right-hand men, see?
And now you walk with a Ujif at your side. Each ally of a different tribe. Fascinating.
Better to have dependable friends than familiar ones. Something we've got in common.
Not only did you expose a failing of the Sanctus Church, but you dared to bring her alive so Forden himself could do the grisly part before all his flock.
That was not our intent.
Oh, same idea, yeah? A real person's head gets more eyes on you than some decapitated beast. And now, you're the names on everyone's lips, aren't you? No. We only read it wrong.
And you weren't afraid to make an enemy of the church to do it. It's quite a feat for a no-name candidate to so deftly rub Forden's face in the dirt. A wake-up call, I'm sure, for those who only know his honeyed words.
Oh, Lord Luis, we really should be going.
Relax. They're in the middle of a conversation.
I like a show of strength as much as the next girl, but I do so hate violent spectacles. A view from the sky sounds so much more enchanting, don't you think?
She's totally gonna be our fifth. She's way too brightly colored to not be our fifth.
So this is what's become of Luis. There was something eerie to him even as a lad, but I'd never expected him to reach such heights.
Do you suppose we have his attention?
Last time he told us we had to demonstrate our power first. I'd like to think that if he went out of his way to talk to us, that's something we earned.
Oh, loves, I've got a message from Count Luis. He says he'll be sending a messenger along soon, so stay in the city, would you? And I have to say, I might not want to let you out of my sight either.
What is your game?
Master Luis? Master Luis was just here. What happened?
Well, he just left. You weren't told?
We'd better be getting back as well.
Damn it. What's so special about those fools?
I feel kind of bad for Glodale there.
Luis is having a go for Popeye, eh? Are you officially all flunkies in arms now, then?
It might be a trap.
Don't get cold feet now. We knew going in that any plan to win his favor would be dangerous.
We have finally taken the first step in saving His Highness the Prince. If we can get the formula, then we yet have a chance of lifting the curse.
How fares His Highness, anyway? You still fight?
I took a look in the Farsight mirror a while ago. He's still asleep. But nothing's changed about his condition.
And do we know where this formula is?
No. but he's bound to keep it somewhere secret if it's evidence linking him to the assassination. Still, a formula would be useless unless it's within arm's reach for emergencies.
If it's something he'd keep close, then...
Wouldn't that be inside his gauntlet runner?
It's as good a chance as any. Getting inside would be a pain for anyone else, including us.
He said he would send a messenger. Perhaps it would be wise to wait until we've heard his missive.
Good point. Let's just wait for word then.
Joanna! A backwater sanctuarist denies me my moment of triumph! She defiles the very church itself. Oh, and naturally it was an elder of all people who stood her before me. Will that benighted tribe never stop dogging my heels?
An idea occurs, Your Eminence. For the tournament's next challenge, let us center the competition on a show of piety. Make them prove their Sanctus faith. After all, Sanctism is the state religion. It would be the barest of leaps to suggest that loyalty to the Church is loyalty to the state.
I assume you have a plan?
Altaberry's our next destination. The very seat of the faith outside the capital. I thought we might propose another hunt. This time for relics.
Ah, the so-called divine relics. Those false idols the pagans consider relics of their gods.
What need does the world have for gods beyond ours? Soon, they will talk of nothing but how to win the Sanctus Church's favor. Your Eminence's influence would be sure to reach even greater heights.
And in the pagan lands, the greedier candidates will plunder and pillage for idols as they see fit. Fine footholds for our missionaries, all without getting our hands dirty. The collection of divine relics should be a spectacle held on Saint's Day. Our divine right will be undeniable. Once I take the throne, I will re-establish that these relics originally belonged to the Sanctus Church, and that they were ransacked from us in the course of history.
Your Eminence, on that day, I should be grateful to be honored with a proper title.
Say no more. A concession only fair for the right hand of the Sanctifex.
Ever at your service. You do not bow your head.
Oh, humblest apologies.
What troubles you, my child?
Well, my concern would be about the risks involved. Some theories suggest even the royal scepter was originally one of these relics. In the unlikely event that a divine relic were to be found to nullify the king's magic...
If such a relic existed, it would have been found long ago. You burden yourself with such fears. All you need to do is be a good saint. Smile, wave, and bless.
Rella, you are to return to the royal capital and gather the people under my banner.
Understood.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
722. Rilla has doubts.
Hello? A word. Some odd blighter left a letter for you last night. Said he was Louis's man. Night Prowler, today, come. Bit curt, if I'm honest, hardly diplomatic. Seems like this Night Prowler place is some sort of pub or club. But do you know where it is?
On the city's outskirts. Seemed fairly dingy to my eyes. I can't imagine Louis at a haunt like that.
You think it's a trap? Maybe he's caught on to us?
If he wanted to trap us, I doubt he would make it so obvious. Though that doesn't guarantee our safety there, of course.
We have little other option but to show up.
I'll hang about in the runner. Keep myself busy with tinkering. Let me know if you talk yourself onto Louis's craft, eh?
Right then. Let's be off to this Night Prowler.
Night Prowler, huh?
Let's hurry.
The place should be on the edge of town, I've heard. The ferryman should know how to get there.
All right, then. Where
Can I go back to Grand Tra- No, I can't.
Well met, eh?
Sorry performance at the exhibition, blimey, or something else. The tavern folk just couldn't stop blithering on about bringing a Sanctoris as your mark. But framing a UG for the crime sure is nasty. Not as so usual, though, probably. Have you heard the songstress Juno sing before? People love to talk about her looks, but they're missing the real appeal. Just listen to her, you understand. She sings, and it's like charging into battle. Can't imagine what kind of life led her to sing the way she does. Nothing of you, or I can imagine. No, sir.
All right, then.
Sure?
Huh.
When it comes to Rainstorm, no city can compare to Brilhaven. I'm drenched to my core, and that's the Brilhaven pride. You know what? Hey, some people like the rain.
Wonderful.
Oi! Oi!
Oh, you guys work for the city. About to say, how do you get paid then? Night Prowler. You're one of the brothers who were talking about them. Heard all about it. Go on, hop on right in behind me. You have to work even when it's raining? That sounds terrible. Ooh!
Well, look who it is. Appreciate you coming out.
So it was you two.
You expected us to roll out the red carpet right into our headquarters. Consider this a pre-show. Still, you really are just a kid, aren't you?
And you're one to talk?
I wouldn't go having a laugh at me big brother's expense. That's when I get to step in, make some points for my own life.
You are brothers, and he is the elder?
Oh, so I'm getting Seguro brother, the Seguro brothers vibes. Remember, the smaller little guy who was hanging on the big guy was the older brother.
And here I thought the Magnus brothers' name was making the rounds. Shame that. It's fine. First offense and all won't kill you yet. Besides, Lord Luis has taken quite a shine to you lot. Before we let you see him, I have a question. I want you to think long and hard before you answer, right?
Getting sinister looks from the whole pub.
What kind of king are you selling yourself to be exactly? Go on, let's have the pitch.
I'd treat all tribes equal.
Just like Lord Luis.
All right, a bit much, ease off. You know there's a big difference between meritocracy and equality.
Yes.
You're not doing yourself any favors here, are you?
Let's drop the pretenses, shall we? We were all about impressing Luis, and we've done that. You're all about results, aren't you?
You'll answer the question from me too. Why do you want to serve Master Luis? No lies now.
I don't like Forden or his church.
Too right. They have no idea what justice is. Ah, but you had a Sanctoress publicly executed so you could get ahead. Not in a position to moralize, are you?
No, I didn't have her publicly executed. I had her brought to justice. She's killed probably hundreds of people.
We don't expect everyone to take our side. We're just here to right wrongs, that's all.
Whatever. You got some brass to you, I'll give you that much. Already got more accomplished than that Gladel ever did. You seem like the types to make yourselves useful.
Not many get Ardel's blessing. It's worth celebrating that. For now. You're in.
Someone like you should already know what it's like. The minority tribes face walls and barriers everywhere they look in society. Our greatest hope rides with Master Luis. We'll do whatever it takes to make him king, and starting today, so will you. Come on then. Master Luis is waiting for you inside his gauntlet runner, the Caradrius.
And no funny business up there, yeah? Nothing gets past the King's magic, and Lord Luis is one of the top candidates. We've captured some, what, 10 odd assassins now? Lord Luis uses them for magic experiments, and, well, you know how that ends.
We finally have access to Luis's headquarters.
It's a valuable opportunity. Ideally, while most of our group is meeting with Luis, someone else can do a quick search inside.
Galga?
Wait, me?
There's no one more suitable. Anyone else, and he'd question their absence.
You're putting a solo infiltration on my tiny shoulders? But fine, I'll do it.
Once we're in the Skyrunner, we'll assess the situation, then deal with our own tasks.
Can I just be honest though? Can I like get information on how your Skyrunner works? I have a friend who would kill me if I didn't.
Where?
It's already sunset. Time flies by fast. This Skyrunner, the Cadarius, is stationed at Warship Harbor. Let's take a ferry and get us over there.
Hello there.
That's no place to visit after a piss up. But alright, mind yourself, then climb aboard. I don't drink. Again, unironically, the last time I had alcohol was probably like 2 or 3 years ago.
Incredible.
Wow, didn't it hit me so we got right up close to it, but this runner really is huge. Oi, over here. Keep your heads on to the clouds, will ya?
Sam!
You Gumpins can fawn over the Cadarius all you want later. You won't be flying for a good while anyway. With this soiree and all.
Huh.
Soiree, what's that? Hey, Pass, how about you go telling them anything they don't need to know? We aren't officially friends yet. Follow me, I'll give you a grand tour. On a friendly warning, be on your best behavior. If you try anything clever, you're dead on the spot. Make a rude comment on Luis, dead on the spot. Got it? Why? Not shy after making threats. We'll stay on his good side.
Seriously.
Okay? Let's not test his patience then. Lord Luis is in the reception room, but we don't want to keep him waiting.
We're off.
Nope.
You little bastard, you.
Is ludicrous. He parks in the middle of Warship Harbor like his bloody name's on it. Listen, mate, you ain't wrong, but you gotta let this one go. You never know who might be listening. Once the exhibition is over, we'll clear out and it'll all blow over.
Check this out.
Yo, it's a dungeon?
At last.
We got to seize the first foothold of our infiltration. Soon enough, Luis will be within our grasp.
If I may.
Lodell comes through here an awful lot. You know, don't you? One of Luis's faction candidates. Sometimes he's got his beast of a dog with him too. Sad to see a man with a temper like that of his with a pet, but wouldn't you know he's sweet on that dog. Somewhere at the bottom of this black car, he thinks that dog's cute or something. Strangest thing you ever did see.
Indeed.
The runners bears more in common with the castle than a carriage. I can hardly imagine what the interior must be like.
Understood.
It's impossible to discern how much trust the brothers will afford us. Keep our guard up around them. Why is this place being set up like a dungeon? What's going on?
Got it.
Go on in.
I'm leaving.
Don't wander off until you get used to it. The place can be a real maze. Why is this place being set up like a dungeon?
Oh, yeah?
There's a lot of soldiers here. Suppose we should expect that much from Luis's stronghold. I feel like we're always being watched.
Well,
like it or not, an elder recruit is always going to stand out. But we're on the same side as all of them for now, so stand tall.
Yet.
Oi, what you need?
You the new guy? Hang on a minute. You're an elder? I like that a rare sight. Just do your level best, all right? We ain't shy about casting those who aren't strong to keep up. Be sure to pull your weight here.
Hello there.
You hear about what happened in the exhibition? Some elder kid showed up before, didn't they say? And apparently Lord Luis loved it. Next is going to place. I can tell you that. Hi.
Look at that.
Is it true? Did Lodell really show up in the exhibition with the head of a human in hand? Yeah, but the head was so small that hardly anyone noticed. They should wonder what the hell the point was. Ouch.
Hey.
It's you. I saw you at the exhibition. You put on quite the show, huh? You really gave those Sanctus what for? And you're one of us now, aren't you? Well, cheers to new friends. Aw.
That reminds me.
You're that elder candidate that I've been hearing about. Apparently, Lord Juno likes you too. She's staking her claim on some kid, even though he's already with Lord Luis. Damn, Lady Juno's got stamina. Jesus Christ.
Got it.
Temper room's on the top floor. This lift will get you there.
What in the...
What's that? That happens to everyone. Some sort of magical controlling locking mechanism. He's a suspicious element out. You know, like that bastard pretended they're grunts when they're actually assassins?
I see.
Seems like a secure system. I assume you need a key to get around.
Yeah.
Yep, there's a different key for areas. Only a select few rank soldiers have them. You want to walk further around the runner? Then you're going to have to move up our ranks a bit first.
Evidently.
Keys are only given to ranking soldiers, is it? Navigating this place may prove difficult without those in our possession. We'll need to acquire them. Boy, already trading treacherous whispers among ourselves, eh? Go with the gossip and get on already. What? No!
Oh, nice.
Maybe I thought. I almost forgot we were inside a gauntlet runner. We're looking around so much. What we got here? We love the schoolboys in the ranks now. These kids are our new recruits. That's all it took. A little show of their submission. Used to be you had to prove yourself before you could stand with courtsmen.
No.
And they got Lord Louise's approval. If that's not enough for you, I keep it to yourself. Or someone knocks you off that pedestal.
What's the meaning of this?
Was these piss ants against me? Please, I'm a bloody sergeant. You should settle this right here, right now. They'll be wiping you off the floor.
Don't even try it.
Got it, Xanath. Get your ass back in your post. That's an order.
Understood?
Just get this through your tiny head. Spires everything around here. I'll give you 3 days at most so you run home. I can fight him right now. I will fight him right now.
Seriously.
You gonna stand there or are you gonna move? Come on. Can I fight him? I'll fight him right now. I don't care. I will make him.
Here.
This would be the Lord Louise's quarters. This is the reception room last. Be dad to show you a pack of strangers straight to his private quarters.
All right.
Lord Louise is waiting inside. Enter.
Hey.
This is my cue. I'll try looking around for this formula. Be careful. Lots of sharp eyes about. I'll try. You stay safe too. See you soon, I hope.
A beautiful city, Brialhaven. But it is its identity I truly respect. Oceana's navy might well have won them the Annex War, if your Cronia hadn't chosen to forgo their honor and launch an opportunist attack in the wake of a storm. Even now, united in the kingdom, their pride in their power is what keeps this city alive. You wish to join my ranks. I need ask little else. Instead, I would hear what you wish to know most. Ask and I will answer. That is why I've bid you come here.
Here we go.
Did you kill the king and prince?
My dagger laid buried in the king's chest until his mortal husk entered the casket. Then, you don't deny it? I never sought to. I presumed Forden would be more than happy to announce it, but I've heard nothing. The man preyed enough on the state government. Perhaps he feared I would be hailed as a hero instead of derided as a killer. Ever the paragon of cowardice. It is clear no small conviction drives you. Perhaps keeping you close will prove useful. You, assembled company, I hereby permit you to enter my service.
I kind of wish I'd asked about the Juno question. I'm not gonna lie, I want to know what his aim is. Is he... I'm starting to question, like... The king failed to, like, incite a society where everyone's treated equally. But Lewis is actually trying to go for an... You know what this reminds me of? So in Dragon Age, right? In Dragon Age, Origins, the dwarf plotline, if you are a dwarf noble, you have your family members, right? You have, I can't remember if you have two brothers. You have your eldest brother who treats you like a piece of shit the entire time and like talk down to you. And then you have your younger brother who's like, nah man, you got this, I believe in you so much. And your younger brother in a coup betrays you and tricks the people into thinking that you murder your elder brother, so you're forced to run away. When you eventually go back to the dwarf city, what you find out is that your brother did that because he's trying to change the dwarven society. Right now, dwarves are kind of on the backswing because they stay locked in to their city at all times and refuse to change or move forward. And the king, your father, was going to keep the society the same way, even though it was starting to quite literally lead to the downfall of the dwarves. And I feel like that's kind of what they're going on for here, where Luis is trying to go for a case of, yeah, I killed the king, I'm not going to deny it, but society needed to change. And as we've seen with the treatment of us, the main character, and Heisme here of Eugif, not wrong.
We are much obliged.
This is a heart of magic silver. Cut your finger and let the blood fall. A proper rite of loyalty. Shows how all our blood flows through the same heart.
Watch yourselves, though. If your own heart's not true to our cause, well, it's not just a drop you lose. Might take off a whole limb.
You hesitate?
It's just that...
Fear and anxiety. They always lead the people astray. But power and order trumps all. That is the crux of my rule.
Seems we have no choice.
Good. It would appear we've passed.
Ha! Look at you, like knock-kneed lambs. Just having a bit of fun with you, eh? You think I'd go to all that effort?
On August 13th, I intend to hold a soiree in this city. It seems a fine opportunity for you to make your debut in my retinue.
Very exclusive, see? Only for those good enough to be part of our campaign. You should feel honored.
As my gauntlet runner requires some maintenance, the party shall be held at the feast hall where I'm staying. In the meantime, do as you will.
I wonder how Gallico's search is going.
Only this area feels any different from the rest. I need a key to get in, though. It'd be nice if I could see what's going on in here, too.
Is that boy candidate here already?
Meeting with Count Luis as we speak, I think. Didn't think he'd end up on our side.
I expect we'll run into each other on the job, eh? That said, let's get back to our rounds.
Yikes! They're coming this way! I have to hide! Is this the other side of that door? Never thought it'd lead to a place like this. This area just screams suspicious with all the guards. The formula's gotta be somewhere around here. Is someone coming?
Oh!
Figures they'd show up now. Isn't that the songstress? What is she doing here?
Lady Juna, is something amiss?
I do recall saying I didn't need a personal guard today.
Yes, but this is Luis's personal quarters. We thought in case you needed...
Well, I don't. You can do your guarding downstairs for today. Do you understand? And, well, I mean, do you really want to be guarding this door when Count Luis returns? Oh, the things you would hear.
Oh, so she's a virgin.
How awkward for us both.
You mean... Idiot, don't make the lady repeat herself. Apologies, my lady. We'll make ourselves scarce.
Oh, so she's totally playing into the bit, but she hasn't done the deed. What is your true angle?
Close one. Opportunities like this are so few and far between. I've got to get this back in place. Oh, wonderful. How were these arranged again?
A magic spell? Is that the formula? Just my luck. I can't carry out something that big, and now I know where it is.
What is your angle, Juna?
Jolly Good. You've got the man's eyes on you. Now that you've sworn fealty, we can get right down in the guts of his Skyrunner.
I worry for Gallica. Perhaps we ask too much of her. I hope she's all right.
Ah, it seems you worried for naught.
I'm back!
Phew. You're clearly bursting with good news, too.
I know, right? I found where the formula is! I'm pretty sure I saw the real thing. Even if it wasn't, I'd bet the real one's somewhere in that room.
Masterfully done. We could have asked no better an infiltrator.
That songstress Juno was there too. I'm pretty sure it was Luis's private quarters. So I have to wonder what she was doing there.
Whatever the case, I assume you could lead the way to the room?
Well, yes, but it might be a bit tricky. To get to Luis's quarters, we'd need to go through the crew quarters, then through the starboard corridor, or the port corridor. You need a key to get into each of the divisions. Whoever's in charge at each guard post has one. Luis's private quarters have a special key too. That one's held by the representative on the bridge.
In short, we'll need to pass through 3 blocks. The crew quarters, either the starboard or port corridor, and the bridge.
It looked like he's usually got his quarters under guard. So we'll want to pick a time of day when there'll be less people around.
If we need it less crowded, then how about the night of the soiree? Surely it would be a skeleton crew.
Apparently the soiree will be held at a luxury inn that caters exclusively to the upper class. The soldiers mating this runner are bound to have duties in town.
He would have us debut as his supporters on that night. How would we get away with not being present?
Maybe if we just excuse ourselves for a short time? We've got plenty of time to prepare. Securing an infiltration route, finding out when it will be less crowded. This is all work we can get done in advance. On the night of, Gallica and one other will slip out, swipe the formula, then return by the shortest route possible.
Have anyone in mind? My hearing makes stealth jobs simple work.
No. I think he'd be our best bet.
You would have the guest of honor himself absent?
This is Luis we're talking about. He's bound to notice any absence. If we've lost on that front already, we might as well send our strongest.
What do you think? It would be risky as a near solo infiltration. Are you up to the task?
Bet.
You'll be the ones in the most danger, won't you?
I can hardly deny it. You're right. And I'm well aware of the fact.
Seriously. We're jumping from tightrope to tightrope here. We'll have to prep our infiltration strategy tomorrow. For now, let's get back to the inn and get some rest.
That reminds me.
By the way, do you remember the man we met in Luis's Gauntlet Runner? He's very proud of his shirt.
Yes.
Yes, he's rather full of himself. Sergeant Zenith, was it? He got told to go back to his post, which makes me wonder. He might be in charge of one of the runner sectors. That'd be unfortunate. I could tell his strength was simply formidable, even if nearby him. I doubt we would simply let us pass. In any case, we should probably rest for today. We can talk about more detail in the morning. Alright, so I feel like that's a pretty good place to stop. Which means we have until August 13th to figure out how we're going to invade. So do we need to go in and like fight our way to the top kind of thing first? Or how does that work? And we'll figure it out later. Either way, for right now, I need to go do some adulting and then I'll be back later. But for right now, I want everyone out there to have a good morning, evening, day, or night, wherever you're at. But for right now, I am out. Later.